Hey everybody, it's your boy Susty here, and we're doing another hard rock 80s mag review. Again, this one's called Rock Fever. It's a little bit different from the other mags that we did review in the past, Hit Parader, Circus, and those types of mags. But again, in the 80s vein, this one was a little bit rarer to find, and it did have Poison in it, so I was able to go ahead and snag that up. And just for future reference, I do have a bunch of these 80s hard rock mags coming up. This is a back-to-back release for me. We just did that Eddie Van Halen issue from Life magazine. I hope you liked it. I enjoyed looking at the pictures, and I hope you did too. That was more of a flip through. This one we're kind of get into a little bit and take a look at. And if you have any comments, same as the other, leave them at the end there of the video. I'll be glad to get back to you. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe, like button, and notification. I would really appreciate it. And I appreciate you guys watching as always. So with no further ado, let's get into everybody, this is your captain speaking, and we're ready for takeoff. We're going to do Rock Fever magazine. So this is going to be one of those magazines that did come out in the 80s. This one had Poison on it. That's why I picked it up. A lot of these are getting harder to find if you're looking for the Hit Paraders and Circus magazines from back in the day with these types of bands. Anyways, they're great to look at, a lot of great nostalgia. A lot of people do like them, and that's why I do these rock mag reviews. If it's something you like, definitely chime into the channel, take a peek. This is the time of the season when I get into these types of videos, and we'll be doing quite a few of these going forward. We do have the rock magazines. I do have some WWF wrestling magazines going back to the day, because that's always fun, and some older Soldier of Fortune magazines actually from the 80s. So all 80s related, a bunch of stuff you guys like, and we're going to start off with this one. So let's get back right into it. Here we go. Okay, so to start off with, Rock Fever magazine. It's from October, and from everything that's shown on the front here, this should be October 1987. I don't know what the pictures look like. I did get a bunch of these. I got these pretty much all at the same time. I wanted to stock up and get packed and ready to go here for these reviews. So I don't know what I'm going to see. You don't know what you're going to see. So we'll flip through. We'll take a look at it. If you got one, take your favorite adult beverage, guzzle down, and let's get into it. So Rock Fever magazine, Poison on the front. You can see it's got a lot of stuff going on here. Exclusive, Janet in Control, Grammy winners, Jimmy Jam. So I'm going to assume this is from 1987, if you know your rock and roll and MTV. So enter the crowded house. So we got some psychedelic furs at the top here, and Madonna at the top. So let's just take a peek. And there's Miss Tina Turner on her bike. Alright. Poison at the top. And let's see, October 1987. So yes, the cover story is Poison. Let's see what it says here. A little makeup, a little rock and roll, and tons of attitude pay off. Poison try tough, and they mean it. Oh my. Yes. And it's got the table right here. Let's see. Let's take a quick look. Again, a little flip through some comments. If you got them, raise them high. Let's salute. There's Bruce. Alright. We're not going to go through every page here and dibble dabble. We want to get to Poison, right? But this will give you a good overview of what was going on in the time. There's Diesel Zappa. Oh, it looks like Diesel Zappa at least. Oh, I am wrong. Eddie Malik. Can't say I know who he is. That is Ozzy, though. Oh, yeah. Glass Tiger, I know they were popular at the time. It was one of those bands that, you know, hit it, but didn't hit it big. Not as big as these boys. So Poison, yes, here we go. These are those older shots anyway, so you kind of know it was right around that time. Let's see what this is here. LA's Slick and Sleazy Poison bring glitter to the gutter. But they insist there is there is American as apple pie. Oh yeah, right. Some great pics here. Live pics from back in the day. Yeah, it was all about the color, the look, stage performance, and the sound. They did have the catchy tunes to go ahead and go along with the looks, so you gotta give them credit. They've lasted this long, still going. Let's see what this caption says here. I was in my car when KMEC's program director said, "Here's a new song by a band that's going to go far, Poison." So I pulled over and I started crying. What a wimp. Well, your song just got on the radio, so I'm sure you're feeling pretty good. All right. This is Ricky Rocket with a quote here. I was the first guy in my school to take cosmetology classes. The guys all laughed at me, but I said, I'm going to hang out in a room full of girls. Thank you very much. And he's got a point. Rock and roll comics. Let's take a quick look there. Yeah, there it is, the MTV logo. Three's a crowded house. Can't say I was a big fan, but they were doing their thing, I suppose. Some more crowded house. Again, this magazine covers pretty much everything that was going on that month in rock and roll. So you're going to see a lot of different things in this magazine, as opposed to like a hit parade or circus from that time. But it was a very rare one. It was in great condition. And here's a calendar of kind of what was going on in that month of 1987. So yeah, we'll get into that. So October 1987, Rock Fever, This Month in Rock. I'm not going to read through each one of these. See if there's anything in here interesting. How about October 6th? Sex Pistols. 7 years ago, John Lydon got really rotten and was arrested for assault after a bathroom brawl. He was later cleared. How about, here we go, we just did an issue on Van Halen, October 10th. What's it say here? That old gigolo, Diamond Dave Lee Ross, celebrates his 32nd birthday. Grace Slick, 49 years old today, and they took away all of her toys. I don't know what that quite means, but and let's see, what else do we got here? Okay, we'll go back to October 28th. How about that? 10 years ago, the Sex Pistols' only actual album, Never Mind the Bullocks, Here's the Sex Pistols, was released. The Bullocks are still around, but Johnny Rotten's disappeared. I don't think too much was going on with the Sex Pistols or Johnny Rotten at that point. It was all about that 80s hard rock and heavy metal, the MTV years, of course. And that's why you're all here, because the Variety Channel does have that. 80s randomness. We got it. Along with your guitars, guitar gear, gaming, of course. We're going to be doing a lot of that coming up. Again, like I said, we're just going to flip through here until we find something worth commenting about. We're not going to be doing any commenting on Madonna. I'm going to see if we can get back. Like I said, I didn't know what was on these pages until I flipped through, and you're seeing what I'm seeing for the first time. So, Madonna back in the day. Picture taken by Eddie Mullick. Now we all know who Eddie Mullick was, or is. Photographer back in the day. Probably still is, don't know. So it looks like Madonna was a big part of this issue. I don't know if they're going to have any more Poison coming up, but we're going to still keep flipping through. The Fabulous T-Birds. Some good hits. But check it out, here we go. Some cool posters from back in the day. Nightmare on Elm Street, check it out. Death Wish 3, Rambo. Yeah. And I guess these guys were pretty much alternative back in the day. Psychedelic Furs. Actually not bad. I got into them for a while myself. I don't want to skip ahead too much here, but some more books here to the flip through. Of course, you got your pins, your posters, everything rock related that you would want on your walls back in the day. Jane, Janet Jackson. Let's see. Alright, check out Slayer here. Some ZZ Top. And Rock Fever's Top 10, The Stars Face the Music. Run DMC Beasties challenge all comers to a softball game New York style. Well, that must have been interesting. We do have some 80s stuff going here on the last few pages, but not much. Again, this is one of those mags that kind of just covered everything that was going on that month, and they did give a section to Poison. But here at the back, you got a little Tom Kiefer, Bon Jovi, and Diamond Dave when he's doing his solo thing, of course. Let's see, Kiefer. No, cries Cinderella's Tom Kiefer, not the Glass Slipper. Bon Jovi, winner of the Interband Anchovy Eating Contest. Okay. Modern technology fascinates Dave Lee Roth. Could be all that guitar wizardry here of Steve Vai and Billy Sheehan. Oh, you got the man Prince down here, of course. Orange shirts are a sign of the times, too. Prince gets colorful. Okay. Let's see. Some Joan Jett, though. Why do all those Marines keep saluting? Wonder, former Miss America Joan Jett. Because you're Joan Jett. And I guess aha on the back cover. But again, it did have poison in it. Smaller section there. But still a fun little flip through from back in the day. Weird Al. Older Brothers. Let's see. Glass Tiger. Just going to focus in on Poison one more time here, since there wasn't that much devoted to it. I thought there'd be like a major section on Poison in this magazine, but it just kind of encompassed everything that was going on that month in rock history. So let's take some quick flip throughs here. Get a double dose of Poison. What do you say? How about that? Getting your double dose. Your booster shot of Poison. Oh, man. I'm sure there's a lot of good information here, though, as far as what they were feeling at the time, but I'm not going to read through the whole thing. So, guys, there you go. Rock Fever magazine, October 1987. We'll be back with more rock magazine reviews, and I'll let you know as they're coming up. Just check the post on the channel. And for now, that was our second mag back to back here, and that was Rock Fever magazine. So, Susty out. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.